Hey there, welcome back to another video. In the previous few videos, we implemented quite a lot of classes actually. In this video, we're going to be talking about import statements. So I have here a my classes file, and I have two classes in here, student and fraction. And I want to import this file so I can use both the student class and the fraction class. So in this file, if I try to do student Kenny23, you see I get an error, and that error is Python doesn't know what this is. What is student, right? We have to define student. So in this case, we can import my classes. So the syntax is import file name, but it's still not enough because this is the file name. We have to say file name dot class. So in this case, my classes dot student. And you can see when I did fraction earlier, or when I was typing earlier, you probably saw fraction. So we imported the entire file, which included fraction and student. So in this case, I'll say 3/4. So I'll print F. And now if I run my code, I see this. Okay, so this is from the student class, and this is from fraction. Now, another way to do it is if you don't want to specify the file name like over here, you can do from file name. So let me do this, from file name, import class or function, etc. So in this case, I can say from my classes, import student. So now I can get rid of this and this. And if I try to run my code, before I even run it, you see that Python is telling me, well, what is fraction? So we haven't imported fraction, so we can do that by separating with a comma. So from my classes, import student, comma, fraction. And let's say you had more classes here. Let's say you had 10 classes, which you shouldn't, by the way, but let's say you did. If you want to implement all 10 classes, you don't want to write all of them out. Instead, you would just use this asterisk. This means from my classes, from this file, import everything, import all. That's what this asterisk means. Okay, so I run my code, we get this. Okay, now you might have noticed the name of my file is my classes without spaces. If I try to import a file with spaces, so let's say I change this. So let me rename this to my classes. If I try to run it now, it'll say no module name my classes. So if I try to, let me comment this out. If I try to separate this, so it's my classes, you can see Python gives us an error. So you should always name your files with either camel case or snake case. So either like this, so that's snake case, or this is camel case, or you can capitalize here. Okay. So be careful with your naming. And if you import something and you feel that, you know, the name is too long, in this case, student is only 7 characters long, but if you had one that is like 20 characters long for some reason, you can assign an alias. So you can say from my classes, import student as stu, okay? So then what we can do here is just say stu. And from here I can say from my classes, import fraction as frac, and then here we can see stu and frac. And if I run my code, actually before that, let's change our file name back. Okay, so I run my code and you get the same thing. Okay, so this is how you can rename some of your classes. Alright, so that's importing classes from other files. You can do the same thing with functions. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.